started as a joke, a stupid, drunken idea that sounded fun at the time. A pub crawl, 12 bars in one night, 12 drinks. One hell of a story to tell the next day. But by the time we reached the 7th bar, I knew something was wrong.
Come on, man. You're not tapping out already, are you? We're only halfway through.
That was my friend. Always the loud one. Always the one pushing us to go further, drink more, stay out later. I should have said no. I should have gone home. But I didn't. And that's when it started.
What's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I hadn't seen a ghost. Not yet. But I felt it. A coldness in the air, like someone had opened a freezer door behind me. And the noise was wrong. The bar was packed, people laughing, glasses clinking, music blaring. But it all sounded distant, like I was underwater.
Hey, you okay? You're pale as hell.
I tried to answer, but the words caught in my throat. My drink was sweating in my hand, the glass slick with condensation. I looked down at it, and that's when I saw it. The reflection, not mine, someone else's. A face, pale and gaunt, staring back at me from the surface of the glass.
Dude, seriously, you're freaking me out. What's going on?
I dropped the glass. It shattered on the floor, but no one noticed. No one even looked. The bartender kept pouring drinks. The crowd kept laughing. And the face in the glass was gone.
Let's get out of here. This place is giving me the creeps.
We stumbled out into the night, the cold air hitting me like a slap. The streets were empty. The kind of empty that makes you feel like you're the last person on earth. The kind of empty that makes you wonder if you're still alive.
Next bar is just around the corner. You up for it?
I wasn't, but I nodded anyway. I didn't want to be alone, not with that face still burned into my mind, not with the feeling that something was following us.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
The next bar was smaller, dimly lit, and smelled like stale beer and something else, something metallic, like blood. The bartender didn't say a word as he poured our drinks. He just stared at us with hollow eyes, his face expressionless.
Cheers.
I raised my glass, but I couldn't bring myself to drink. The liquid inside was too dark, too thick. It didn't look like beer. It looked like something else.
What's wrong now? You're not going to chicken out again, are you?
I didn't answer. I was too busy staring at the mirror behind the bar. The same face from the glass was there again, staring back at me. But this time, it wasn't just a reflection. It was moving, smiling, and then it spoke.
You shouldn't have come here.
I spun around, but there was no one there, just my friend staring at me like I'd lost my mind.
What the hell are you looking at?
I didn't answer. I couldn't. My heart was pounding in my chest, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hold my glass. I set it down and backed away from the bar.
Where are you going? We've still got 5 more bars to hit.
I didn't care. I had to get out of there. I pushed through the crowd, the faces around me blurring together, the voices fading into a dull roar. And then I was outside, the cold air hitting me again, the streetlights flickering like dying stars.
Hey, wait up.
I didn't stop. I couldn't. I had to keep moving, had to get away from whatever was following me, but no matter how fast I walked, I could feel it. Something just behind me. Something breathing down my neck.
Dude, slow down. What's your problem?
I turned around, ready to scream at him to leave me alone, but the words died in my throat. He wasn't there. The street was empty. And then I heard it. A whisper, so faint I almost missed it.
You shouldn't have come here.
I spun around, but there was no one there. Just the empty street, the flickering lights, and the feeling that I was being watched. I started running, my feet pounding against the pavement, my breath coming in ragged gasps. I didn't know where I was going, I just knew I had to get away.
Hey, over here.
I stopped, my heart racing, and turned toward the voice. It was my friend, standing in the doorway of another bar. The sign above the door was broken, the letters flickering in and out. I didn't want to go in. But I didn't want to be alone either.
Come on, man, just one more drink, for old time's sake.
I hesitated, but then I followed him inside. The bar was empty, the chairs overturned, the tables covered in dust. It looked like it hadn't been used in years.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I hadn't. Not yet, but I was about to. The bartender was there again, the same one from the last bar. But this time, he wasn't alone. The face from the glass was there too, standing behind him, smiling that same terrible smile.
You shouldn't have come here.
I turned to run, but the door was gone. The walls were closing in, the air growing colder, the darkness pressing down on me like a weight. And then I saw them, the others, dozens of them, their faces pale and gaunt, their eyes hollow, their mouths twisted into cruel smiles.
You shouldn't have come here.
I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I tried to move, but my legs wouldn't obey. And then they were on me, their hands cold and clammy, their voices whispering in my ear.
You shouldn't have come here.
I don't know how long it lasted. It felt like hours, days, years. But when it was over, I was alone. The bar was gone. The street was gone. Everything was gone. Except for the face. It was still there, staring at me, smiling.
You shouldn't have come here.
And then it was gone too. I was back in the first bar, the one where it all started. My friend was there, laughing, clinking glasses with someone I didn't recognize. I tried to tell him what had happened, but he just laughed.
You're not tapping out already, are you? We're only halfway through.
I looked down at my drink. The glass was sweating, the liquid inside dark and thick. And in the reflection, I saw it again, the face, smiling.
You shouldn't have come here.
I dropped the glass. It shattered on the floor, but no one noticed. No one even looked. The bartender kept pouring drinks, the crowd kept laughing, and the face in the glass was gone.
Next bar is just around the corner. You up for it?
I wasn't, but I nodded anyway. I didn't want to be alone. Not with that face still burned into my mind. Not with the feeling that something was following us.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
And so we went. Bar after bar, drink after drink. The faces followed us. The whispers grew louder. The darkness closed in. But we kept going. Because that's what you do on a pub crawl. You keep going. Until there's nothing left.
You shouldn't have come here.
And now, as I sit here in the last bar, the one at the end of the street, the one with no door and no windows, I realize the truth. I shouldn't have come here. But it's too late now. The faces are here. The whispers are here. And they're never going to let me leave.
You shouldn't have come here.
And neither should you.